and just getting back from Las Vegas where I placed my favorite future bet on Offensive Player of the Year. I don't know if I can block this off. I'm not even going to, the camera probably can't see it. I got it at 30-1. Everywhere in the U.S., it was 18-1 or 20-1 or somewhere in that ballpark. I bet it for $1,000 to win $30,000 at Circa. It dropped to 22-1 the same day. I bet you it's even less than that right now. Welcome back to the Discipline to Gens podcast. It is now year 3 of the brand doing this episode. My guy Gino, presented by betopenly.com. We welcome everyone back. I'm hoping that all of you guys are ready for football. You know me, I've been on my combat sports grind, UFC, PFL, boxing. I'm getting caught up with NFL now. I'm excited to do this show today with Gino. We're going to break down our picks for pretty much all things futures, right? Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, League MVP, Coach of the Year, and then we're going to pick every division winner. We're going to pick a conference winner for the AFC, the NFC, and last but not least, at the end, we're going to pick our Super Bowl prediction. So please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out our monthly subscription, disciplinetogens.com. I'm going to hand the mic to Gino 2 years straight now. This is year 3 of crazy profitability. Tell the people right now why they should sign up for disciplinetogens.com.
Before we do that, Matty, I'm nervous. You're kind of like one of the biggest deals in sports betting, my dude. I'm like blushing. I'm around an online celebrity. No, Matty, thank you for inviting me into your store 3 years ago. We've crushed it since. Matty and I put up 33 units the first year. Put up 60 units last year. Mm-hmm. We're up 71 units right now year to date. So
that's crazy, bro.
Guys, we just keep winning. We have fun with the show. We're doing this for entertainment. We hope you're entertained. And we're also affordable, dude. Like we never overcharge. We give you plays every day of the week. We have prop plays, straight bets. We're EV positive and we slang. And Matty and I on this show are going to give you all of our season predictions for futures for NFL.
Yes, sir. And if you guys check out the description in the bio or the description on the YouTube or the Spotify, which if you're not watching this on YouTube, come on over to YouTube, the Matty Betts YouTube channel. But check out the description and you guys can sign up. And by next week, we might even do a big promotion, maybe give you guys something free to sign up for the season. So keep an eye on that. But let's go ahead and dive right into this 2024 season of NFL. Let's start with Defensive Player of the Year here. I'm going to hand it over to Gino. And again, we're going to go through every single future here. Also, below, guys, on the chapters, you can scroll through. So if you don't have time to watch the full episode, you can scroll through on the chapters and pick what segments of the show. Maybe you want to check out your favorite team's division, or you want to check out Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, whatever it is. Scroll through on the chapters, and you can pick and choose what you want to listen to. So let's get into start off with Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to hand the mic to Gino, and then I'll give my prediction next.
I'm coming back pretty high on the NFC North. The homies that know me really well say I always hate on the Packers and always hate on the Lions. I'm going to prove you wrong with my first prediction. Defensive Player of the Year is Aiden Hutch.
Oh, man.
Aiden Hutch.
I'm on the same side, bro.
Are you?
Yeah, and everyone watching, we don't go through. If you guys see my UFC show, Austin, we don't talk before the show. Same thing with Gino and I. We don't talk at all before the show. We try our best not to. So that way, there are times that we're on the same pick, but that way we're never like using each other's picks. We're always coming in with our own shit. So I love that pick, bro. This is a consensus play here,
dude. 14x.
Yeah,
he's gonna eat Chicago and Minnesota twice. I get that people. The Caleb kid has talent. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but he is still a rookie quarterback in a very tough division, and I'm very low on the Chicago Bears run game. Why am I telling you all that? I think Aiden Hutchinson absolutely eats those 4 games. He competes in the games versus Green Bay, and they have a pretty light schedule. I like him start to finish at 14x. To me, it's a no-brainer.
Agreed. I mean, this dude is 6'7", 286 pounds, 11.5 sacks last year. I think he breaks out this season. And look at who's won the past 2 seasons, Defensive Player of the Year, DNs, both years. I think we go 3 years straight DNs. This dude's just an absolute specimen, man. I think this is his breakout season. I'm saying 15 sacks this year. and just a monster overall season. 14-1's insane. I think he was, third or fourth on the list there?
Yeah. It was,
as far as there's a few favorites in front of him.
Wasn't in the top 2.
Yeah, so I just think overall that's just
I think Myles
crazy
Garrett
number.
was
he
2,
won last year.
And the linebacker out of Dallas.
Yeah, Micah Parsons. And look, pick them. If I have to pick between Parsons and Hutchinson, I'd go Parsons. But based off of the number, the value on the number, 14-1 on Hutchinson versus 5-1 on Parsons, I think that's a no-brainer. But I'm an Eagles fan, and I'm a big fan of Micah Parsons still. Man, that dude's an absolute monster. So I think we got to keep an eye on him there. But glad to see Gino and I are aligned. So let's move on here to Offensive Player of the Year. I'm going to go first on this one because I've been so bullish on this, and I actually am just getting back from Las Vegas where I placed my favorite future bet on Offensive Player of the Year. I don't know if I can block this off. I'm not even going to, the camera probably can't see it. But I put $1,000 on my boy, Saquon Barkley.
Oh.
I got it at 30-1. Everywhere in the U.S., it was 18-1 or 20-1 or somewhere in that ballpark. I bet it for $1,000 to win $30,000 at Circa. It dropped to 22-1 the same day. I bet you it's even less than that right now. Circa mispriced it. Circa has great odds out in Vegas. I'll tell you what, their odds are very good on futures and NFL and just sports.
They're a solid
UFC.
book.
They're very, very good. They're very transparent. So you guys go check them out if you're in Las Vegas. But I'm locking in Saquon Barkley. Guys, running backs have now won it 2 of the last 4 years. And what happened last year? Gino's boy, Christian McCaffrey, comes over to a new team with a good offensive line. I'm getting deja vu of that same scenario where Saquon, chip on his shoulder, just like C-Mac did, had something to prove. Still a running back that's young-ish and in his prime. You know, not the same guy catching out of the backfield like a C-Mac, but I think the Eagles are going to stretch the field with AJ and all the weapons they have. And if you're the Eagles, you have to feed a workhorse this year. You can't put everything on Jalen, especially in the red zone.
I feel like they're built the same too, CMC and Saquon.
Yeah, and like everyone talks about, like whenever I tell someone this play, they're like, oh, but Jalen's going to steal all of his touchdowns. And I understand that logic, but I think this is the year the Eagles are like, bro, if you keep feeding Jalen these red zone carries the next 5-10 years, he's going to get beat down with injuries. He's a Superman as far as like pound for pound strength, quarterback wise, but eventually it's going to wear him down.
It's the shoulders too.
Yeah, and I think that they're going to really, especially with the league getting more and more experience with these QB sneaks and all this stuff, and the tush push, and like I just love this play. So I think to summarize here, Saquon's going to get a lot more goal line carries than people think, and then I think just throughout the span of the entire field here that I think he's going to get a lot of carries in action because we're going to be able to stretch the field so well. We're just going to be able to hand him the ball.
Man, I missed you, buddy. We got the same picks here in a weird way. I'm CMC here for all the reasons the homies on Saquon.
You going repeat?
I'm going repeat. Plus 950 to me is just stupid. CMC is going to put up 30 touchdowns at 9.5x all day. I've seen no reason to change. Actually, with all the problems we have going on with Ayuk, we might be even more run first, where CMC didn't get some of the touchdowns he should have gotten. Just for the same reasons that Matty's going Saquon, I genuinely believe we're going to see the clocks turn back. This is the Phillies, Eagles, and the Niners NFC to win. I mean that sincerely. Obviously, I'm high on the NFC North. I'm not saying anything bad for you Lions and Packer fans. I get it. You're going to hear a lot of touts repping the Niners and Packers. Packers and Lions. What I'm saying is this is the Eagles and Niners division. They have the best squads and teams. They were 2 years ago, us plagued with injuries. Eagles last year. We're both healthy now. You give me the chance at 30-1 and 9.5-1, and I have to brag, guys. My best play of the year last year, I gave you guys CMC at 19-1, and he took that home. So
yeah,
I'll hand it back to you, Matty, with this MVP.
I like it, bro. I'm surprised he's actually plus 950.
It's not bad, right?
Yeah, it's a good number. I mean, it really is. So,
especially if we got these Ayuk problems.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go to the MVP of the league this year. Look, I lived in Tuscaloosa for 4 years. I saw my boy Jalen and my boy Tua battle. And Jalen this year, I'm not going to pick him. All right? It's mainly because of the number. Tua Tagovailoa. I hate pronouncing his last name, but we're just going to say Tua. 20-1 odds on Tua to win MVP. I don't get it. Raheem Mostert, OBJ's now there, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill. I mean, he has an absolute cheat code of an offense, bro. When you really look at it, when it really comes down to it,
It's insane.
I just think, his number should be around 10 to 12 to 1. 20 to 1 to me, it just screams value. Too big of a number to not take a stab at it. So I'm gonna go Tua to get it done this season. And I think he's actually gonna represent the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Damn.
That's my prediction.
Matty's jumping on. So, I like everything you said. I actually don't think Tua had that great of a year if you watch, the plays and the passes, and he still put up stupid numbers.
Yeah.
So his chance for improvement is there, already leading the league in passing yards. So, dude, it's a good pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go a little bit different route. I'm a little NFC heavy guy. Sorry, that's where my knowledge is. I'm going Jordan Love. I've thrown the Packers a lot of shade. I just don't think they're on my Niners level, but I will say these Packers ended the year nasty. Let's not forget what they did to the Cowboys. They went into Dallas and absolutely smacked them. I love throwing Cowboy shade any chance I get. In Dallas, plus 1,400. I have no Green Bay love. Usually, this is a year you're going to see a lot of NFC North love. That's my pick. Jordan Love plus 1,400. It's too generous to me. I can't believe it's not 10 to 1. I'm with Matty. I actually think the 1 and 2 should be, you're going to think I'm crazy with Mahomes. I genuinely think with the weapons around them, it should be a Love Tua as the 1-2 in odds. I get why it's Mahomes, but I'm calling this now. I've incorrectly called it for 2 years. I think we're going to see a sharp decline in Kansas City.
All right, moving on. Rookie of the year. I'm gonna let you go first on this one. Hopefully, we're not. We might be on the same one here. I have a feeling. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I'm going to start with who I'm selling first and buying second. So I'm actually selling Caleb Williams in every way possible. I think Scary Terry is going to hold Jaden Daniels' hand. I really want to take Ricky Pearsall on my Niners, but I'm trying not to be biased. Ricky Pearsall at 75x on my Niners with Ayuk not signed is worth a little sprinkle if he fills in for that slot and Ayuk doesn't sign with us or throws a temper tantrum all year. We need weapons. So that's a sprinkle. But my official play is actually Jaden Daniels getting his hand held by Scary Terry. Washington has nothing to lose. They have our old assistant GM in there is now their GM. I believe the Washington, what is their team name? It's not the Guardians. That's the
Commanders, bro.
Commanders.
The Redskins.
Yeah, the Redskins, whatever. I think they air it out. And I think Scary Terry crushes with a quarterback with a better arm.
Yeah.
I just like this kid's chances. And again, I'm getting 6.5 to 1 because Caleb Williams is such a specimen. I'm just going to sell Caleb Williams simply because there's a 6.5 to 1 above him.
I'm going square. I'm going Caleb Williams here. I get that it's only plus 120. I hate betting on futures at that type of number. It's like, here, take my money, sportsbook for a whole season, and then only 2.4x my money after, or 2.2x the money once I get it back. So I don't love doing it. This isn't something I'm running to the counter, the bet, but because we're doing a show and giving out picks on all these things, I'm going to take Caleb Williams. I just think he's actually built well. I think he's built to do well early on in his career in the NFL. Like he has I don't know that he necessarily has all the intangibles that I'm looking for, but as far as skill set, I think he has everything. And then to me, it's more about the supporting cast. Now he has Keenan Allen. He has Adunze as a rookie. DJ Moore. That's got to be a top 5 to 7 wide receiver trio in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
It's definitely up there. So I'm going to go Caleb Williams here. I don't love the number, but for an official pick on the show, we're gonna rock with him here.
And just to add to Matty real quick, because again, I'm selling him, but I know we hate on the dude. He's kind of weird. Paints his nails and is kind of feminine, has purses and stuff. My age, we're allowed to make fun of that. I get that younger kids now, I'm a little sensitive. But I will say, aside from his weirdo act, he actually is very mature. He hangs out with the Tom Brady's. He worked out with a lot of guys in off season.
Yeah.
I honestly, again, I'm aging myself at 40. I don't know if it's just social media or if he likes the negative attention.
Yeah.
But he oddly is more mature than his reputation. So to Matty's defense on the minimal, he's by far the most mature rookie coming into the season. And he might be underpriced or undervalued in the sense that he's kind of has a bunch of negatives that follow him around. But really, if you look past the nails and the purses, he's very mature for his age.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Am I getting canceled?
I think that's perfect. I think everything you said is perfect there. So,
Coach of the year, my dude.
let's move on here. Coach of the year. I'll let you go first on this
You
one.
want me to?
Good.
All right, y'all are gonna see. I've gone from hating on Green Bay for almost 5-6 years to now I'm like riding the NFC North's nuts. Matt LaFleur. I actually believe this coach would have won it if he didn't give up a 17-point lead to my Niners. That was my jab at you Packer fans. Don't forget that 17-point lead. Yes, we lost the Super Bowl. I get it. But 14X. Harbaugh being the favorite as a rookie, rookie coach, or I guess return. I don't know, man. That's a weird one to me. The Chargers have a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of problems going on there. Yeah, they got a talented quarterback. Yeah, they got a good defense.
It's 10-1 though, right?
Yeah.
So he's favored, but it's still like, I think there's a couple that are 10-1.
Oh, there were a few 10-1s? Okay, my
or
bad.
around that area.
I'm just surprised. Like, you're inheriting a new team in a division that's dominated by another, Kansas City owns that division. I don't know. I was just surprised. But long story short, LaFleur, 14X, riding with the MVP as the coach. I genuinely think he would have won it last year without that blown lead. The Packers came out of nowhere. They were nasty, guys. Let's zoom back to weeks 9 through 17. These Packers are the real deal. Go back to the teams they played in primetime, the defense they had, the offense, weapons. Like, I'm scaring myself talking about them so much, but the Packers are legit. LaFleur should get some credit where it's due. His record's pretty insane, his whole tenor, the transition at quarterback and all of that. I'm riding him. 14X.
Yeah. I'm going Raheem Morris here. Atlanta Falcons. What's the number? I think plus 1,200.
ATL.
Plus 1,200, bro.
Quiet on the South.
I'm super high on the Falcons this year, mainly because I just think Kirk Cousins continues to be as solid as it gets as a quarterback. He's never going to be the best QB in the league, but I think he's consistently going to be a top 5 to 7 QB in the league. And I think in Atlanta, he can thrive. You got Bijan Robinson out of the backfield. You have Drake London. You got, I think, good coaching. Kyle Pitts is going to explode this year. I think he'll break out. And I just think that Atlanta is it, but I think Atlanta's excited. I think this is a perfect spot to back a future on Atlanta because you're not going to take any of these players to like win MVP or offensive player of the year. It's more of a team effort. And I think that's going to kind of, give the coach the value as far as a betting spot here. So I'm going Raheem Morris. I believe in Kirk Cousins at the end of the day.
And dude, that division's right for the taking.
Yeah, they're favored. They're favored.
Research.
They're favored too. So look at it this way. I think they're like minus 120 or minus 140 to win the division. So you're telling me I get the head coach to win that division with a new QB like at 12-1. I just think that's a great play.
Dude, your point about no one really being an MVP candidate, everyone kind of on the radar, is pretty solid, Matty. Damn,
Yeah.
I'm getting embarrassed up here, my dudes.
We'll see at the end of the year.
Respect.
All right, give me your AS. We're going to dive into division winners, and then we'll do conference after. Let's get and start with the AFC East. I'm going to hand it off to Gino here. This is, by the way, the AFC East. Closest division in football. You can make the argument it's the best division in football.
Yeah, like in terms of odds, it's by far the closest odds, not even close.
Yeah.
This is the Bills' division until someone takes it from them. I see this as straight disrespectful. You remember last year how everyone was crowning the Bills as the Super Bowl champion? And I was like, dude, they haven't, like, they keep losing to Kansas City in the playoffs. How can you crown this team? But plus 195 in that division, to me, is disrespectful. That's 2-1 odds. Yeah, I get it. The Jets defense is nasty, but we don't know what Rodgers, the guy looks healthy, but come on, he's aged a little bit. We'll see about Rod. I don't know. I don't know what you come back from a serious injury like that.
Yeah.
And
I think a lot of the disrespect is just from losing Stephon Diggs, though.
100%.
Because like you lose your number one
it makes sense
offensive weapon outside of Josh Allen, and now people are like, and then especially when you're competing with like the weapons of Miami, and then the defense of the Jets.
No, it's a tough division.
So I think I think it makes sense.
Miami's offense is better than the Bills now, and the Jets defense is way better than Bills. So, I mean, I get it. This is for me one of those, I've lost my ass fading Kansas City's division in the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
This is how I see the AFC East. Until someone takes it from them, I'll take my 2-1 odds.
Yeah. I'm with you in the sense that the Jets are not the play. The Jets plus 160. Everyone's crowning them already. They're like, Jets, Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn the ball over. He got a great defense, so I get the logic. But plus 160, like, to beat two powerhouses in the Bills and Dolphins, like, I just think you're relying too much. I mean, how do we even know Rodgers is going to complete the whole season after being injured and getting up there in age?
Yep.
I'm going Miami. I think, they brought in OBJ plus 210. How is Miami, I think, who is the most explosive offense in this division, how are they the third most likely team to win it? I'm just, again, not sold on the Jets. I think the Jets feel like a wild card spot to me. And I think the Dolphins could come out the gate here and just put up numbers, bro. They're going to be clicking on all cylinders. They're going to have a lot of screen passes, I think, this year. And, you got screen passes. You got OBJ in the mix. You got Mostert. You got a great run game. I just think that they're going to be the real deal. And again, I already gave it away, but they're my pick to win the AFC and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl this year. So I have to pick them, obviously, to win. Well, not obviously. They could limp in as a wild card, but I'm taking them to win their division and to get to the Super Bowl.
I love it. I mean, I love their coach, man. The guy looks like a straight Coke dealer now. The dude's here. The dude came over as a straight dweeb and, clipboard holding glasses. Now dude's out partying at 11.
Yeah.
It's sad. It breaks my heart. I love all the Niner talent. That's, the coach of Salah of the Jets, the coach. It makes me sad. We don't have Super Bowls to show for it, but we've dished some talent and Mostert, all these people. So it breaks my heart. All right, so you're Dolphins on Bills.
Yep. All right, let's go to AFC South. I'll go first on this one. This is a tough division for me, a really tough division. This is another competitive-ass division. It reminds me of the AFC East, honestly. But at the end of the day, I got to trust in my old boy, Doug Peterson, and Trevor Lawrence. I think that duo has to just figure it out, bro. The Texans at even money is crazy, man. I get that they're so good.
They're talented.
Like, plus 270. Texans or Jags, I'm taking the Texans in a pick 'em, but you're giving me 2.7x on my money here, or 3.7x plus 270. Like, that's crazy to me. I feel like Dougie P and T-Law, they got to find a way, bro. It's kind of a buy low spot on them in a way to me.
It really is. And, dude, with ATN and all them, dude, I have the Jags right here, plus 270. It's plus 330 on Bet Openly. So if anyone wants to take the other three teams, I'll give you that action.
Yeah.
I'm with Matty. Damn, it just broke my heart again. The damn Texans coach is our old assistant coach again. The Niners are freaking feeding the whole league except themselves. But this one, to me, honestly, if Houston just comes out and just crushes and they're an 11-6, 12-5 team, I get it. And I'll take the 1 unit loss. But these Jags competed all year. It's been their division for a few years. They run the ball. They play defense. They have, I guess, now a lesser quarterback. Stroud played that nasty. But this guy is still, he was a 1 overall pick, right? I'm not crazy saying that a couple years ago. So that's all for me. This is purely value, plus 270 to plus 330. There's so many ways that Houston could just take a step down a notch. I get that they're the most talented team there. The lines and odds explain that. But plus 270 to plus 330 is just generous for a team that this AFC South always plays itself so hard. I don't mean to bring up some pain, Matty. Remember how much money you and I lost in the damn Indy? Houston went into Indy, right?
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
That was such a, I think I was at Hard Rock during that.
You and I sat there. We had huge swings on parlays, everything.
Disgusting, yeah.
Indy had that game too.
Disgusting.
They lost it. So there's pain in that AFC South for us.
Disgusting. All right, let's move on to the AFC North.
I think this is my biggest dog.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and buy the little pervert. If I'm getting canceled on a show, I might as well just fully get canceled. I'm going with the Browns. Plus 450 at books.
I was so close to taking them.
556 on Bet Openly.
I was so close.
I almost picked Miles as my he's my second choice for Defensive Player of the Year. Dude, let's not forget what this team was doing on the run and in defense.
Yeah.
And then Deshaun got hurt. And dude, this to me is his last chance. The fact that Flacco was able to come in and compete and hold this team together, and they were legit contenders, with you put in like the old Deshaun into that, they're nasty. So plus 550 to me is insane. I know why it's plus 550. This division is cutthroat. But Deshaun has a second breath of life. I'll take the 450 to 566 odds. If not, that's the worst free agent quarterback signing ever, and Cleveland can climb back in the hole they came out of. Sorry.
Yeah. I was very close to taking the Browns here. I do think plus 450 is a really good number, but at the end of the day, I just think Baltimore, bro. Like, how the hell do you stop Derrick Henry and Lamar? Like, I get that there's any defense that can do it. It's Cleveland's, but I just think when you really look at this Baltimore team, I think Derrick Henry does put them over the edge here. I just think, like, think about it. You hand the ball to Henry, or you fucking Lamar runs it outside, or drops back the pass. I mean, it's just nasty, bro. It reminds me, like, back in the day, Derrick Henry used to be the kryptonite to the Ravens. Like, he would be the reason that, like,
and he won't be overran.
And now it's just, to me, it's like, unless one of those guys go down,
dude, he'll be able to run harder.
Too much, so plus 145. Give me the Baltimore Ravens to win the AFC North as my official pick.
And while I'm sitting here stroking the homie Matty, I obviously missed you, brother. I got my AFC winner as the Ravens. So you clearly like that. I know it's weird to not have them winning the division,
but they're also the Ravens historically are a wild card team that can make a run.
That's where I just think they get off their, they're
almost better.
Finally,
the Ravens kind of disappoint when they like have high expectations.
You want them going on the road.
You want them to go on the road and grind out an upset versus like having a bye and then losing in the second round. Like, that shit feels like it always happens.
And dude, with their run, I think they get over the hump now with, like you just said, that twin, two-headed dragon or two-headed snake of the run game. They're gonna be a problem.
Yeah. All right, AFC West. I'll go first. I'm taking the Chiefs at minus 270. I'm not putting any money on it, but I refuse to lose money betting against them. That's how I feel about the division. It is fucking crazy to have a team minus 270 as a future bet. I'll be honest. I've never seen anything like it. Yeah, is this higher than last year? Or more expensive than last year? Oh, yeah.
The Chargers like, for the last few years, they've been like,
that's right.
told that it's time for them to win it over.
I think sports books at this point are like, no way we're pricing the Chiefs around.
They're just getting
like,
smoked.
They're just like, fuck it. We can't take any money on this team at this point. I just don't. At the end of the day, until we see it happen, you have to just take the Chiefs. Again, this is my pick for the show. I ain't putting a penny on a minus 270, and I think that's what these sports books want. They're like, they don't even want you to bet the Chiefs, bro.
Yeah, they're trying to get you off. I mean, you could that's probably one where if you're gonna parlay too, throw that one in there. Yeah. Don't do it by itself. But this is my third year in a row. Unlike Matty, I don't learn from my mistakes. I'm convinced the Chargers should have beaten the Chiefs a few different games. I've watched these damn games. I've rewatched them, and they crumble. I just, for some weird reason, think this is the year that the Chargers overcome. I'm more selling that I think the Chiefs implode this year.
Yeah.
And it's also the ROI on this. I'm with Matty here. I won't be betting this one. Every other one I've said so far, I actually will be putting a little bit on. I'm not betting the Chargers, but for value and where it's at, I've seen it as high as plus 380. I'll take the Chargers for the third year in a row, and maybe I'll get my units back, or I'll be down enough that it's freaking lost.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough division to bet, honestly. I was even considering taking a stab at the Raiders. I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't fucking do it, bro. All right, let's move on to the best division on the planet, the NFC East. I can't even, as a biased Eagles fan, I can't even say it's the best division but my Eagles, it's unbelievable the amount of steam they've caught to win this division. I saw them at like plus 105 like a month ago. I now see them anywhere from minus 125 to minus 150 even. Woo! So I'm still picking them, but there's no chance I'm betting them at minus 145 or whatever the number is. I think they still get it done. Cowboys won last year. There hasn't been you guys all know this shit already. I heard it a million times. No back-to-back winners in the NFC East in 2 decades.
Crazy.
Whatever the amount of duration it is. I think it's 20 years, whatever it is. Point being,
you gave out the Cowboys last year because of that logic, even though you basically said you're taking the Eagles.
I don't remember. But my point is, I'm going Eagles. They're going to get it done this year. Saquon Barkley. draft some good pickups in the draft on the defensive side. I think they're going to make now again. It's going to come down to how they come out the gate this year because I don't know how long we're going to stick with our coach here if it doesn't start well. But
that dude was loved.
He is. I don't think it's the right move to part ways with him. But I'm hoping we figured our shit out in the offseason in the locker room. I just think we're too talented to not get it done this year. Too much drama in the offseason with the Cowboys, with all their weapons, with CeeDee Lamb and then, Dak. And
what was the big Italian dude's name that my Niners punked? Is he like your strength coach? Or what is he like? That's consigliere? What's dude's role?
I forget.
Is he just like the friend?
The security dude.
The security dude is just a friend of the coach.
But at the end of the day, I have to back my team, so it is a little biased, but just logically thinking, I think, bias aside, I think they get it done.
Yeah, Matty, we're on the same page, brother.
Taking them?
I gave Eagles plus 120 out. Okay. Someone asked me, I'd like to make a video. I made an Instagram video, and I gave all the reasons why I broke down the Eagles. That when I gave them out, they were plus 120. I said, I can't believe this team's plus money. I said Saquon is CMC 2.0, which Matty said earlier. So I won't make y'all listen to the same shit 2 times. This division is cutthroat, but the Eagles are the better team, and they drafted better. I really wanted the DB that they got out of Iowa, the first white DB since like Strahan, or not Strahan. Who's the white dude on the New York Giants? It's not Strahan. It's within that. Someone correct me. The white DB or safety. He's like the last secondary dude.
Oh,
it's not Strahan. It's I'm messing this up. Last white DB. Let's look it up. Last white DB NFL. What was his name? Oh, I can't find it.
I forget.
Jason Sehorn.
Okay.
Sehorn, not Strahan. They probably played together. But anyway you slice it, Eagles plus 120 is when I gave it out. Is it as high as minus 150 now?
I've seen on some books. I see like
30 CLV.
Yeah, it's insane. It's really insane.
Riding down, you good if I take this next one?
Yeah.
Riding down to the NFC South. I'm just going to say it, fuck a Falcon. I'm still mad at them losing, costing me $29K when I took them preseason in the year they blew that Super Bowl. The Tampa Bay Bucks are plus 361 on Bet Openly. I went to Tampa Bay with Matty and to Jen Dalt, and I watched the Tampa Bay Bucks play defense, have a good home field advantage. They signed the quarter, they brought in that quarterback. Is Menzel past his prime? Of course, but he's there. I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is the Tampa Bay Bucks shouldn't be plus 361. And just all the way I see it, they have mostly the same roster. They re-signed the quarterback. To me, Baker Mayfield is what Manziel should have been. I think he had what I'm talking about, Deshaun Watson. I think he had his second life coming. Again, sorry for hating on Cleveland, but Cleveland Browns is where talent goes to die, like QB talent. And dude, he came in, felt like he wasn't treated fairly, got a chance with a good receiving core in a great stadium in Tampa Bay with a decent defense. I'm just a value better, guys, so I'll shut up now and I'll leave it at plus 361 is crazy. That's the defending champion that also won a home playoff game against the Eagles. And I sat there and watched them. They were live and they competed. They re-signed most of those players. Their 361's high. They're absolutely less talented than Atlanta. I get it. But 361 got my attention.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I chose Atlanta's coach for Coach of the Year, so this one's obvious. I'm going with the Falcons here. I just think Raheem Morris is the coach, gets it done. I think Kirk Cousins and Bijan. I believe at the end of the day, I think this is a weak division too. So I just think that this is, the Falcons got their guy in Kirk Cousins. I think he'll be a top 5 to 7 QB this year in the NFL, and I just trust in that they're going to get it done. So, let's move on. NFC North.
Are we aligned here? Or are we off? I don't know.
How about this? 3, 2, 1. We say it at the same time. Ready? NFC North official prediction. 3, 2, 1.
Packers.
Bears.
Oh, you're on the Bears.
I'm going Bears here, bro.
Damn. And you got Bears. Rookie of the year. Okay.
I just think that everyone are on the Packers nuts this offseason. It's regression time for the Packers, bro.
I feel like
Are we really convinced that Jordan Love is like actually the next Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers? Like, I'm not ready to do it. I think he's going to regress here. I'm telling you, if you look at the Bears' opening schedule, I really think they could be 4-1 or 3-2. And I think that Keenan Allen coming in, bro, I'm so high. He's like one of my favorite receivers. DJ Moore, Dunze, like Caleb's a rookie, but he has all the right pieces around him. This division is just screaming for an upset. So I'm going Chicago Bears to win the NFC North.
Oh, man. I do like the defensive line on the Bears. I'll say that.
Their weapons are insane.
I know. They
bro.
got big names. I mean, dude, they're there.
They're fucking nasty.
I guess you know what's kind of funny is how damn, Matt. This is why I fucking love betting. Because we see the world so opposite and we get to put money next to it and one of us gets to be right. I'm literally swinging off Jordan Love. I have him as the MVP and I have their coach. You're on Rookie of the Year and now winning the division.
Yeah.
So we're completely opposite on this division. And the Packers plus 222 when I gave it out to me is crazy. I just can't get over how they ended the year. That's where I'm at. I still remember like it was 5 minutes ago being down 17 to the Packers. They were working my Niners. Absolutely
That was crazy.
working us. So, 222. Bookity Books have it at plus 200. Bet Openly is plus 222.
Yeah.
Anyone wants the rest of the division, I'll give you Lions, I'll give you Bears, I'll give you Minnesota, minus 222. You get all of them. I only get the pack. So
Yeah.
that's where I'm at. We've kind of broken that down, so we can go quick.
All right. NFC West winner, I'm going to go to Gino first because his Niners are in this division. The question is, your Niners are minus 190. That's even more expensive than my Eagles. Are you buying or selling them?
Like, I like the Niners parlayed to the Chiefs, kind of.
And add the birds in there?
And just like, yeah, throw in the favorites. But I genuinely like my Niners. I think Seattle is going to unwind this year. I've been waiting for Seattle to unwind for a long time. I'm hearing a little bit of chatter about Arizona now that the quarterback's not hurt. Their defense is whatever. I don't see that. And some people are taking the Rams to win this division. I get their quarterback's good, but dude, they lost Aaron Donald. They're going to be a different squad. I think the Niners run away with this division. I think the 12-5 Niners get it done, and no one else in that division has more than 10 wins. So we lock it up with 2 weeks to spare. And I mean this. I said this last year. Y'all hated. Y'all said I'm delusional and I'm biased. I told you we were sweeping the division, and we did. And we're going to sweep the division again. We play with such confidence in that damn division. It's not even funny. Our coach, yes, he needs to win a Super Bowl. But damn, he's a good coach. And damn, he knows how to prepare. And damn, the Niners own the West the last couple of years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to go against the Niners, man. It really is. Similar to the Chiefs, you know. I mean, what's worse to you, the Chiefs at minus 270 or the Niners at minus 190?
Yeah, it's just that the Chiefs are in a shittier division, so they're most likely going to take it. Literally, Harbaugh has to come out and just be what he was in the Niners, which he has the potential to be. He has talent there.
Right.
Yeah, the reason I guess the Chiefs are more lock and money wise, it's just the Raiders are going to be Garbo.
Yeah.
There's a chance the Chargers rescind even more.
Yeah. All right, well, let's pick our conference winners. We're going to go NFC, then AFC, and then Super Bowl winner prediction. Let's start with the NFC. Let's see who Gino's taking. Big shocker probably coming here.
Yeah, guys, I promise you, I am biased, but I'm telling you, the Niners have been there. They've been there 3 of the last 4 years. And they should have won all of them. They should have beat the damn Rams, and that dropped friggin' interception. So we're still hungry. We have weapons. We've kept most of our talent. We've traded off coaches for talent. The Niners plus 300 to me is a solid bet. The value is there. If the Lions are on, they're not on off anyone's radar. They're on everyone's radar. The Lions, I have the Lions rescinding. I have the Packers controlling it. I genuinely think this is going to be Niners versus Philly. I think we're going to get the rematch of what we had 2 years ago when I flew up there and left at halftime. True story.
Yeah.
I think it will be in SF this time, though. So I got the Niners beating the Eagles in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, I have Niners Eagles as well. No shocker, but I'm going my Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, I gotta love the fact that I'm getting plus 550 to Gino.
Is it in SF or in Philly?
It doesn't matter, bro.
Doesn't matter. All right.
No, it doesn't matter. Philly would be nice, but yeah, I mean, I think as long as we start the season well, I think we're not going to blow the fucking back half of the season like last year. So I'm going Philadelphia. I love that I'm getting plus 550 here. What are you getting, plus 3 something?
Plus 3.
Yeah, so plus 550 to plus 300, I think. I don't think the gap should be that big there between those two teams, especially with us getting Saquon and getting some better.
You made an off-season
so.
move to match us. And, dude, your secondary that you drafted is... I was screaming at the fucking TV when we took Ricky Purcell instead of your DB from Iowa.
Yeah.
That kid's nasty.
And this is Brock's last year of the rookie deal?
Yeah. Dude,
that motherfucker, I'm going to call his
me.
agent and tell him to sit out, bro. He's got to be asking for more money. What if he did that? That's their biggest edge,
we have
bro.
too many guys now. We're still waiting for 2 players to get paid.
No, that's your biggest advantage is that rookie contract, bro. 3 years, 4 years, $3.7 million. That's insane. So, all right, let's go to the AFC conference. I'm gonna go first here.
Please.
My favorite pick, probably outside of my Saquon future. This is probably my second favorite future. Give me the Miami Dolphins to win the AFC at plus 1,000 odds. Brought in OBJ. We got more synergy with the offense. Another year with Tua behind that offensive line and coaching staff. Defense is solid. Running back position is very good. OBJ, I mean, bringing OBJ into that mix of receiving core already with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill is just absolutely insane. I think a lot of screen passes this year, a lot of deep balls. Offense clicks on all cylinders. They win the division. They get home field, and they win the AFC, but they lose in the Super Bowl to my Eagles. We're going. Jalen Hurts versus Tua, the Tuscaloosa boys, facing off in the Super Bowl this year. Eagles get it done 27-24.
So I want to throw Matty some love, too. A lot of people are going to forget this, how good Miami was at the end of the year. Honestly, they drew such a bad card having to go to cold-ass Kansas City.
Yeah.
The talent they had, I forget how it unwinded. Did the Bills come back on them? Is that what happened? The Bills came back on them, I think. Pretty sure the Bills came back on them and brought Miami to Kansas City instead of Miami hosting.
Yeah.
Which it was a terrible series of events.
Yeah.
So Miami needs to stay out of Kansas City. They need to hope that the playoff path doesn't go through Kansas City. I'm going Ravens here. I told you guys this. Plus 550 also to Matty's Eagles plus 550. This is a value play for me. The talent that Baltimore has and their ability now to score in the red zone, it's insane to me. I can't believe the league let them pick up such a beast of a running back. I'm so surprised that Tennessee let him walk. But they did, and this is where we are, and the Ravens are plus 550, and that's an insane value. And then I mean this, guys. Again, my last biased. I have the Niners beating the Ravens. Revenge, finally, in our 4th Super Bowl. We have 2 L's to Kansas City. This will be our 2nd Super Bowl versus the Ravens. Unlike the 2 L's to Kansas City, hoping we split. We know this team. The teams know each other, and we get our win. I'm still convinced the Niners would have beat the Chiefs and split them if that damn punt didn't hit the dude's freaking heel. I was there. I watched it in the front row of the upper deck. It will haunt me until we get a Super Bowl. I just want Matty or I to get a Super Bowl. We've had such heartbreak. Since we started the show, our teams have been successful.
100%. They really have.
Both Super Bowls.
I mean, think about the Eagles a couple years ago. Everyone said Jalen sucked. And look at the run they went on. Look at Brock Purdy, all the hate that he got. Look what he's done. We're just both right there. I think if I could bet right now that one of our teams win it, I would say yes this year. It's going to be one of us.
It's going to be one of us. One of us are winning the ship. It's happening. Our first year, it was you and I in the NFC ship.
Yeah.
Ice cold what you guys did to me.
Yeah.
What you did to Brock. Well, it's good to be back, brother.
It's good to be back. We'll be back next week. These shows are going to probably premiere Wednesday night every week the day before Thursday Night Football. We'll keep you guys posted on the date and time. Check me out, Matty Betts, Instagram and X, Gino.betopenly, Gino.betopenly, Instagram, X, DM us any questions. Comment any questions in the comments. Also, comment your picks and predictions. We're going to do tons of fun shit this year, giveaways, all sorts of stuff in the comments. Gino's going to be blessing people on betopenly.com. So go make an account right now as you're watching this. It's free to make an account, and he's going to be doing tons of giveaways all season. So like, subscribe. We will see you guys next week.
And throwing something out, and I mean this is love, not a arrogant challenge. Matty and I mean this, homies, are two of the realest degens in the game. What do I mean by that? We bet what we talk about, and we back it up. And Bet Openly's peer-to-peer. Obviously, I'm not going to make this a whole cheerleading session about my company. But if you don't like something that we're saying, come at us. We will fill that bet.
100%.
And that isn't for these futures, and that is for every week.
We filled a lot of crazy shit last year, bro.
Matty and I.
You were giving like 30 cents on the dollar away on like our teams and shit.
Yeah, like we'll give away free points. Matty and I are arrogant, blind, biased fans. I remember the homie out of Washington. Book it with Trent's homie. What's the dude from Washington?
Crab?
Crabs.
Yeah.
I gave him 9 points in Washington. I think we won by 3. Dude
Crazy
smoked me for a couple $100.
Yeah.
The reason I bring that up, and sorry, Crabs, for forgetting your name, homie. We haven't talked in a while. If y'all challenge us, we will step up to the plate. We like action. We are about that action, boss.
100%.
And we'll bring it. So bring your challenges, bring your comments. Add us on any social platform. We will
Add
be
us
responsive.
on Twitter especially. So
Twitter's the easiest because the link can go right there.
All right, and we'll see you guys next week. Like, subscribe, and be prepared for the Bet Openly challenges every week.
Appreciate you, bro. Good to be back.